interesting. So Lamar Jackson still doesn't have an agent per se, but now he does have a non-NFLPA certified representative. That rep has been in contact with multiple teams. This, according to a new report from Mike Florio. Florio also says Lamar Jackson is not seeking a fully guaranteed contract and that teams are being told he's ready to move on from the Ravens. Skip, I want to start with you on this one and get your take first. What do you think is going on here?
Look, Shannon Sharp, I'm rooting for Lamar. I believe in Lamar. This is not an end-of-the-world development, but I can just tell you, knowing people around the NFL the way I have for so long, that the look here for Lamar Jackson just went from bad to even worse.
Yes.
Okay, so we know that from the start, he has not wanted an agent.
Yes.
His mother is helping represent him, but he doesn't want an agent because presumably he doesn't want to pay the, what, 3% of, let's say, $200+ million.
Correct.
Okay, quick math, $6 million. It's a lot of money.
Yeah, it is.
Money in this case that could be very well spent.
Take money to make money.
Well, there you go. Because it appears to the league right now that Lamar is a little adrift, that he doesn't have the proper guidance or direction or advice that he needs in the situation he has been thrust into.
Correct.
All right, so now reportedly from Mike Florio, he now has a member, I'm presuming of his inner circle, contacting teams when said member is not certified by the NFLPA. It's against the rules. And I don't know if the teams are actually taking the calls because there could be some interest. They want to know exactly what is Lamar thinking, but can you trust that it's being conveyed properly or above board? No, it's not above board. You're violating the rules.
Thank you.
It's not how to do business in the NFL. And the problem, Shannon, is it's sending another bad signal to teams that might be interested that, gee, we're talking about $200+ million.
Right.
And then he says, I don't want all of it guaranteed. Well, you probably want
a large chunk of it.
Very large chunk of it. But the indications are from the insider is he's ready to move on from Baltimore. Okay, great. Okay, gotcha. But there's a better way to have done this because this needed to be done at the combine. You send your representative to the combine, and he sits casually, maybe at dinner, maybe at breakfast with various teams. What could we do here? How can we work this out? Okay?
Yeah.
He has been non-exclusively tagged. You can have him for 2 first-round picks. This is just me. I think that's a bargain. For this guy, a former MVP who I think he could win more MVPs, who could carry a team to the Super Bowl because he's got that in him, okay? Whatever the going rate is, maybe it's not 230 guaranteed like Deshaun reset the market.
But they're dealing with semantics now. They're talking about, well, he don't want a fully guaranteed contract. So what, you want 200 million guaranteed instead of the 230 to 250?
I'm sure that's what we're talking about.
See, Skip, this looks at desperation to me. You don't have an agent. I mean, and so if the rep, your mom, if that's who's calling around, because Skip, that's tampering.
I don't think it's his mom, but go ahead. But it is tampering.
It's
go
tampering.
ahead. Yes.
Lamar Jackson has a contract, has a contract sheet, has an offer sheet, and he's still property as of right now with the Baltimore Ravens. And I'm not talking to you. I'm not going to lose a first-round pick or a second-round pick. Talking to you. Now, see, if you had an agent, you can go back channels.
Back channels.
They did, because, Skip, last year the NFL specifically instructed teams not to negotiate with representatives not certified by the NFLPA when St. Omni allegedly was contacting teams on behalf of then Bears linebacker Roquan Smith. This is why.
They're actually trying to protect the players. Yes.
This is why you have representatives. Okay, Lamar, see, as an individual, there are things that you can't do that an agent can. You see now, Ravens like, okay, we can just sit back. Because, Skip, if everybody believed that the 32 owners are colluding, why the hell would I give Lamar Jackson a $200 million fully guaranteed contract when I'm trying to suppress the market to make sure these contracts aren't fully guaranteed and give up 2 first-round picks? Come on now, people. So if you believe what everybody's been alleging, there's it's just word of mouth, like we got a verbal agreement. We're not going to let these quarterback contracts get out of hand with the fully guaranteed money. So why am I going to put an offer sheet down on Lamar Jackson then if we're trying to suppress the market? Makes sense to who? But now people at home, oh yeah, Lamar doing it the right way. Well, keep on doing it. Do it your way.
Yeah.
The Ravens said we in the catbird seat. Because guess what?
They are.
We got a $32 million tag on you.
Yep.
We got 2 first-rounders, and we can match it if we want to.
Yep.
But when you, Skip, anytime you put the tag, you got to survey. What's the likelihood? Now, he's going to want X amount of dollars. Skip, this is not a $70, $80 million contract. This is upwards of $200 million and fully guaranteed. And everybody talking about, look at Laramie Tunsil, look at Laramie Tunsil. Laramie Tunsil got $50 million fully guaranteed. Lamar Jackson wants 4 times that. There's a difference between the two.
Just for the record, he's worth 4 times that. But you have to convince the league in general, as it might be colluding, it's going to take one renegade, one outlier. There has to be one Jimmy Haslam who says, you know what? I just want to go win a Super Bowl.
You see, when they go to owner's meeting, Jimmy Haslam at a table by himself. all the others, you go to school, you go to the different schools, and you sit to the table until they warm up to you. That's how you. Jerry Jones and all them guys, they looking back at him.
And if Jerry does come and say, could I sit down here? The first thing Jerry says is, what were you thinking?
What were you doing?
Yeah.
You do understand it's 32, ain't no one.
Do you understand you are bidding against nobody?
Exactly.
You're bidding against yourself. Why'd you go to 230?
Just Skip. Jerry don't like when other owners go rogue. He likes to be the one to go rogue. He likes to be the one to go rogue, kind of like Al Davis.
The ultimate maverick, yeah.
So, Skip, that's what I'm saying. Like you said, you have an agent and you go to the owners meeting. Lamar couldn't go, not the owners meeting. The agents are at the owners meeting.
Now,
but the combine. And you go to St. Elmo, you have some shrimp cocktail, you have a couple of drinks. Man, what you think? I mean, honestly.
What you think?
Yeah, come on.
Let's talk some turkey here.
How
can we pull this off?
What if we got the Ravens to say, instead of 2 firsts, what if we got a first and a third?
Yeah.
A first and a fourth. Would you be interested in that?
Yeah.
Would you make an offer sheet?
Or just so you know this, Lamar loves you guys. He would love to be you.
Yeah. What if I told you Lamar only wants 150 fully guaranteed?
Yeah.
It's a $235 million contract.
Yeah.
X amount. We want 50.1 per year. We want to be the highest paid. Say we're the highest paid, and we can do that.
Yeah.
See, Lamar can't do that for himself.
No,
he can't call up the team.
Well, it just doesn't work. There are times I got it.
So let me ask you a question, Skip. How much money is he saving? How much money is he making right now?
Well, this whole thing just cost him. If you go exclusive tag, that was 45 to 32. Yeah. Well, right there is $13 million that you lost because they're calling your bluff, because they're surveying the market saying, you know what? You have acted out into a position where they're all going to be a little leery about, really?
Right.
2 first rounds?
And Steve Bisciotti is held in very high regard in the owner circle.
That's correct.
And it's like, no, we're not going to do this.
Yeah.
And so that's what you have to understand. That's what you have to understand. You're not just going against your owner. You're going against the other 31 also. Because they're going to stand together. They might be bickering back and forth about one another, and I don't like that you did this, and I don't like that you did that. But that shield, which is them,
it is.
It's impenetrable by outside forces.
So where this is heading is
Lamar Jackson being back in Baltimore on a franchise tag.
On the non-exclusive tag at 32 million, which is not chicken feed now.
No.
But he's not going to be a happy camper. You know it, and I know it, because he feels disrespected. And in a way, they have disrespected him. You could go so far as say they've shamed him.
Right.
Yeah.
But I just think the thing is, Skip, is that, okay, if you're like a representative, and they're talking behind the back channels, like I'm saying, Skip, they're saying, okay, Ravens, look, I can't get you 2 firsts, but what if we got a first and a third, or first and a fourth? Would you be interested in that?
Yeah.
Well, how high is the first round pick? Yeah. I don't want 30. I don't want 28 or below. But obviously Kansas City's not interested, and Philly is not going to be interested. Yeah. But if you could, Skip, what if I could get you a mid first round pick, no lower than 20? Yeah. And a third round.
A good agent would already have had him out of Baltimore. It would already be done. Yep.
Hey. That's his. It's his. I ain't gonna Skip. The thing is, what I've learned, you don't tell people how to spend their money. You don't tell people what to do with their life. You can advise them and says, I think this is the best thing for you. But at the end of the day,
You're on your own.
The next round of owners meetings starts this weekend, guys, in Phoenix Sunday. I'm sitting here laughing at the idea of Jimmy Haslam put in timeout by all the other owners. Fantastic mental picture, Shannon. Okay, Shannon, let's talk about your Celtics. Are they hitting their stride at just the right time?
I don't know.
Back to the association when Undisputed returns.